Welcome to episode 4 of our mini-series, Manifesting Your True Essence, on the Love, Purpose, Connection podcast. I'm Estelle Bingham, heart-led teacher and therapist. Each episode, I've been delving into a different block that may be stopping you from finding your true essence. I've been using real-life examples and visualization techniques to help you start the journey of coming home to yourself. Remember, these can be confronting sometimes, so do take your time and be really kind to yourself. Today, we're talking about something that so many of us carry, often without realizing it: the weight of generational trauma. The wounds we inherit from our ancestors really do shape our lives in ways we don't always recognize. The patterns we repeat, the beliefs we hold, the emotional burdens we carry, they don't always begin with us. Maybe you grew up in a family where love was withheld, where emotions were dismissed, or where silence was the language of survival. Maybe your parents or grandparents struggled with their own pain, never having the tools or resources to heal. And so that pain found its way to you. But here's what I want you to know today. You are not bound by your past, and you really do have the power to break the cycle. So let's take our hands back into our mystic heart space. Take a deep breath. Inhaling for 2, inhaling for 3, holding for 2, holding for 3, and exhaling. This is your mystic heart. This is your safe place. Know that here you are seen, you are heard, and that you are deeply loved. Let's talk about the stories we carry from our ancestors. In my work, I see it again and again, how the struggles of our family lines live on within us. There's something deep within our DNA. Our bodies literally hold the echoes of those who came before us. We inherit their pain, their resilience, their fears, their unspoken grief. And for many of us, we find ourselves repeating patterns without even knowing why. Maybe you've always felt a sense of scarcity, a fear of not having enough, even if your life is stable. Maybe you find yourself in relationships that mirror the emotional distance you experienced as a child. Or maybe you carry a deep-seated anxiety, a feeling that something is missing, even though you don't quite know what it is. Now I want to share a very special story from my Manifest Your True Essence book about Tringa. Tringa had always been a strong, independent woman. She built a life for herself that looked successful from the outside, but inside she felt like something was just off. When her sister was diagnosed with cancer, she returned to Kosovo to be with her family, but didn't realize that being back in that space, surrounded by the women of her lineage, would stir something deep within her. And she started feeling it physiologically. She felt exhausted emotionally, and she was overwhelmed, as if she was absorbing not just her sister's pain, but the pain of generations before her. So when she came back to London, she found that she just couldn't shake it. She was experiencing panic attacks, intrusive thoughts, an unexplained heaviness that she'd never really felt before. She was lost in something that wasn't entirely hers, but she didn't know how to release it. In one of our sessions, I helped her connect back to the truth of what was happening, that she was carrying the weight of her ancestors. She was carrying the weight of all the women in her family who'd endured loss, grief, repression, and hardship. And because no one had ever fully processed that pain, it had been passed down layer by layer until it reached her. But she was different. She was the one who had the power to break the cycle. She was the cycle breaker. So I asked her to create an artwork, a visual representation of the women in her family, a kind of way of honouring them, seeing them, and ultimately healing them. And she drew each woman, giving them what they needed, either flowers for joy, bright colours for vibrancy, hands reaching out to show connection. And as she did this and she painted in these gifts one by one, something fundamental shifted. She began to see the patterns, the unspoken wounds, the way in which love had been withheld or lost along the way. And as she brought them into the light, she felt herself becoming lighter too. Here's a quote I'd like to share from my book. We stand on the shoulders of those who came before us. Their pain is not ours to carry, but their wisdom is ours to embrace. I want to now invite you into a short visualization to help you release the patterns that no longer serve you. If you're in a place where you can, gently close your eyes and bring your hands to your mystic heart space. Let's take that nice deep breath in and that deep exhalation, dropping the shoulders. We can take a few of these breaths, a few of these heart-embodied breaths to arrive in this space together. I want you to imagine yourself now standing in a vast open field at sunset. The sky is painted with gold and orange, the air is warm and still. Behind you, you sense the presence of your ancestors. These are the generations who came before you. Some of them are heavy with grief. Some of them carry burdens they never got to release. But they are here watching you, standing with you in this moment. Now imagine a soft golden thread connecting you to them. This thread represents the emotional patterns passed down through your lineage. Maybe it holds fear, scarcity, silence, or pain. But today, you get to shift what happens next. Repeat softly, I honor my ancestors. I see you. I thank you. But in this moment, I choose to heal. I release what is not mine to carry. From this moment, I reclaim my right to love, to joy, and to freedom. And as you say these words, imagine the golden thread beginning to change. Instead of carrying the weight of old wounds, it begins to glow with love. The healing begins with you. You are the one who gets to rewrite the story. When you're ready, gently bring yourself back to the present moment. Feel the lightness in your body, the clarity in your heart. And gently open your eyes. Now we're going to start to do our journaling. I want you to think about the emotional patterns that you've inherited from your family. What beliefs do you have about love, self-worth, or relationships that you feel were passed down to you? What is one pattern that you're ready to break? What is one truth you want to embrace instead? Let yourself write without judgment. Healing really begins with awareness. What I hope you can take from this episode is that you are not bound by the past. You are not your family's pain. You are not the wounds of your ancestors. You are the holy cycle breaker. You're the one who gets to choose love, to choose healing, to choose freedom. Thank you for being here with me today. Your ancestors are cheering you on. If this episode resonated with you, I invite you to pre-order my book, Manifest Your True Essence. When you do, you'll receive a free ticket to my exclusive virtual masterclass, Manifest Your True Essence, 5 Ways to Unblock Your Heart. This event will provide you with powerful tools to heal, grow, and break free from generational patterns that no longer serve you. Learn more at estellebingham.com and join me next week as we delve into breaking the cycle of people-pleasing in this mini-series of Manifest Your True Essence with the Love Purpose Connection podcast.